So we got Star Citizen introducing the RSI Hermes. Let's react to it and let's see. I want to see the interior of the ship is what's really piquing my interest. How much cargo space does it have? That's like my biggest thing right now. Oh, it's got nice paints. Oh, that's the cryopods they were talking about. Boys, they got the cryopods. Oh my, damn. That's very big. Yo, it looks like the Zeus.
Package is secure. I just got... What's going on?
We're getting snared.
Oh, they're adding the snare thingy. See, pirates, and then suddenly Drake appears. Pirates, and we see Drake. My YouTube? No, my YouTube is normal. This is normal. How much gunpowder does this thing have? Because it's fighting quite a lot of Drake ships right here. Could this be the new tanky defense cargo ship? I think it might be the new like OP like defensive cargo ship. They're really focusing on the maneuverability of the ship. For a big ship, it's outmaneuvering a lot of ships. Like it's outmaneuvering a Guardian? Is that even a thing? How's it outmaneuvering a Guardian? Look at this. It's outsticking them. Yeah, it's literally outsticking everything. A ship that big, and this is how they're showcasing it, is kind of insane. And look at the size of the cargo grid, gang. Designed to deliver? Yeah, designed to deliver in a race. What the hell? Why is it racing? Designed to deliver. That's racing, bro. Star Citizen behind the ship. Let's actually hear them talk about the Hermes and tell us the truth about it, because the trailer made me think the ship can like outrun Mirai Guardians, which sounds crazy. But yeah, look.
What can you tell me about the Greek god Hermes?
History question.
I have absolutely no idea.
Hermes
will say
is
the wrong
fast,
thing, and then
right?
the internet will get mad at
Messenger
me.
of the gods?
Did he carry cargo on his shoulders?
No, he was the messenger of the gods.
I don't know. Pull a cart? Was he the god of goods?
Hermes was the herald of the gods and considered the protector of the human heralds, so responsible for people traveling from one location to another.
Yeah, he was a
moving things
speedster.
around.
Hermes was a speedster.
Perfect.
I'm like, how did you create a ship called Hermes and you don't know who Hermes was? He was a messenger of the gods. He was a freaking speedster. Yeah, he was literally the Flash before the Flash. Like, how do they not know anything about Greek? All of the RSI ships are literally named after Greek mythology, and these guys are sitting here, these engineers and developers are sitting here and they don't know who Hermes is? Now, what is this location?
The Hermes is RSI's first dedicated medium freighter. We were discussing new ships quite some time.
I thought the Hermes was a large ship. It doesn't, it's bigger than the Taurus, right? Medium freighter? And isn't the Taurus a medium? Well, the Taurus has 170 odd cargo space. So then this having 288, it doesn't sound like a medium freighter to me.
Ago, and at that point we were developing the Apollo, and the Hermes seemed a natural chassis alteration for the Apollo series.
With the RSI Apollo, it was received very well in terms of its styling.
Welcome to the
main
party.
distinguishing feature of the Hermes is it has much larger, beefed up thrusters visually on the outside.
Ah, okay, so the thrusters are bigger.
Around. One of the things we wanted to try and convey with its visuals was this idea that it had a lot more strength than what the base Apollo did. So if you look...
I'm guessing if they give it bigger thrusters, made it look like it has more strength, it's gonna be probably beefier than the actual Apollo, right?
At the very top of the ship, you'll notice that where there's a big window in the Apollo, you're seeing much more of the kind of like the inner structure of the ship. So it's reinforced with large girders and these big metal plates that make it feel a lot stronger.
Tankier. Yeah, right, okay. So it's going to be very defensively
Whilst its official designation is a
capable.
medium freighter, the Hermes is sort of internally often referred to as a sort of blockade runner. It is great performance in a straight line with those extra beefy thrusters.
Oh, right. Oh, so okay, so that's why it was doing so fast. But it's like the trailers made it look like it was moving fast, and then here they're saying it does great in a straight line, but you weren't showing me it going in a straight line. You were showing me it freaking swerve around asteroids and stuff and outpace freaking Cutlass Blacks.
It has some good armor. Obviously, the weapons are all upgraded compared to the Apollo series.
Yeah, that looks
It
tanky.
has 16 S2 missiles.
16 missiles for a freighter? Wait, okay, most times when I use any sort of like freighter or cargo ship, they basically either have no missiles or they have a little bit of missiles. 16 for a cargo ship? And you tell me not to go into combat with it? Of course I go into combat with the ship. It has some missiles.
It has 16 S2 missiles.
16 size 2
It
is
can pack a
crazy.
punch while providing very competitive SCM and nav speeds at the expense of some maneuverability.
The cockpit
Inside,
on RSI
the
ship.
front half of the
always
ship
beautiful.
shares virtually everything with the Apollo series, and that is your bridge and habs and component room, but the back half is a completely different story.
Yeah, this is huge, man. It
It's
does look like this
pretty
is.
obvious that things have changed. It basically strips out any of the interior that isn't essential to the ship's flight and replaces it with a large cargo space.
I'm thinking, do you guys think they'd add like a modular thing where if you have an Apollo, like the Medivac version or this, you can switch over and put like modules in or take modules out? Because if they have this setup, can you like take modules out to like a med bed or something to give yourself more cargo space? Do you guys think they'll make it modular in the future?
Capable of holding 288 SCU, and that includes
288.
being able to hold the 32 SCU crates.
Ah, so it can hold the big ones as
There
well.
isn't a lot of
Oh.
ships in that 200 to 300 SCU cargo range. You have the Raft series that's down at 192, and then you have sort of the Caterpillar series that is 500 plus. There isn't really many ships in that middle zone.
Oh, so this ship was essentially made to give people an option between the raft. Well, I guess one of the things I don't like the raft is rentable in game. One of the things I don't like about the raft is the fact that all your cargo's on the outside and the ship just feels like squishy as heck. It feels squishy as heck. The only thing it has is the armor. So when I say squishy, I don't mean like it's just gonna blow up. It has really good armor, but then the guns are just they're lacking like majorly. So this coming out with better guns, better armor, and is faster than the raft. Plus the added fact that your loot is inside your ship. No one can see what you have unless they're scanning you. That's a kind of like a big doubly. I ain't gonna lie, that's a big doubly. It's a doubly, bro.
The Hull B is moving up to 512. That was sort of the closest. But of course, the Hermes carries all of its cargo internally compared to, say, the
Yeah.
Hull series, which has it all external and
Exactly.
much more vulnerable.
So you're not as vulnerable, you know?
One of the things we realised when we were developing the ship was having a cargo space that is quite short but very wide, and then trying to bring the cargo into the space was quite difficult. So our design team came up with this idea of having this tracked beam that ran on a rail through the centre of the cargo space.
Ah. See, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, it's like, it says it's 288 cargo space, but if you look through the center line, you can probably fit 2 more 32 SU boxes. Does this ship have any other entrances? Does it have an elevator? Because if it does have an elevator, you can potentially fit a lot more cargo than 288 in this. And it'll be done easily. Like I think easily 350 SU worth of cargo space in this, in my opinion, because there's so much space. And if you also think about it, there's space on top of these boxes as well. I feel like you could fit you could squeeze and finagle your way into get some more space on this bad boy. There's like, look at all that space it's got.
And the tractor beam can be controlled from either the co-pilot seat or a dedicated station at the rear of the ship.
And then also, I'm like, bro, my brain is just ticking right now. My brain is ticking. Because if you look at this, right, If this door is big enough, you can probably fit like 2 SU, you know those 2 SU boxes? You can probably fit those into that, or the 1 SU boxes. Meaning if you have little like 1 SU of gold or whatever, just fit it through that mofo and then you just fill that mofo up and you just put everything else in it. It's like boom, 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 boom. You got like 400 SUs cargo in this. Yeah, this junk gonna be popular. This is gonna be
So
popular.
if you've ever had problems playing cargo Tetris, then the Hermes might be the ship for you.
All of my org needs the Hermes because they do not know how to play Tetris. All they know is slap it in. If it fits, it works.
So in terms of paints on the Hermes, the default paint is kind of a nod back to the Zeus CL. So you're another cargo
I
ship
told you, it
from
looks like the
RSI.
Zeus. It's literally the Zeus.
We thought it'd be nice to kind of continue that theme and that brand recognition across the cargo ships on the RSI lineup. The Apollo was quite a serious ship, so for the paints for the Hermes, we thought we'd have a bit more fun. We've got a nice two-tone black and yellow.
That's just her stint.
We've got a purple, yellow, and white.
Okay, this one is nice.
And
Emperor.
because Jared cries when we don't, and he's quite persistent at coming and appearing at my desk, we also did the disco paint that we did for the RSI Meteor. So it
what
builds
kind
on
of
that.
disco? That's the most basic disco ever. Oh, we did a disco blue and red. Are we for real? It just looks like Optimus Prime.
Recognition, and it keeps Jared happy.
But you can also fit quite a lot of our smaller ground vehicles in there. So
Oh,
it's a great
yeah.
little ship.
You can also fit some of our smaller ground. You can fit 6 vehicles in it. What are you talking about, bro?
To reposition things around. A lot of people have said that they love the Apollo's look, but don't like the medical gameplay. So this really is the ship for those people.
Yeah, this is gonna.
It's
I
fast,
feel like
sleek. And
a lot of people are going to melt their Apollos to get their Medivacs, their Apollo Medivacs to get this. I feel like a lot of people are going to do that. They're going to melt the Apollo just to get the Hermes. Oh, okay, you can't fit the Nursa in it. So they intentionally made it so you can't fit the Nursa in it. They know what you're doing, because I guess if you give people the ability to fit a Nursa, you're you're messing up the sellability of the Apollo. I think they couldn't do that. They'd have to be shooting themselves in the foot. I think that's what it would be. It was like they're just shooting themselves in the foot if they did that. I think it makes sense later down the line when they're closer to like 1.0. I think it'll make sense then. But now it's like they still need to try sell some ships and things like that. But
it's very just versatile ship, so I think people are going to enjoy it.
yeah, and it's a 2-person ship, so engineering shouldn't be that hard neither. Yeah, it doesn't seem... Yeah, look, beefed up for cargo. Yeah, that ship looks beefy, boys. Beefy.